Hello guys, welcome back to our channel GuruKulam. Today in our session 19, we are going to discuss government schemes. We will discuss all the government schemes of 2020, which are important for your exams. In parallel to this, we will cover international organization as well in our upcoming sessions. So let's first look at our index. Here, we are going to discuss Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan today. Today we are going to discuss this Atmanirbhar Abhiyan, and then in our upcoming sessions we are going to discuss PM Kisan, Pradhan Mantri Kisan Pension Yojna, PM Garib Kalyan Yojna, Mega Pension Scheme, New Jal Shakti Ministry, Jan Dhan Yojna, Skill India Mission, Make in India. Also, we will discuss Swachh Bharat Mission, Sansad Adarsh Gram Yojna, PM Shram Yogi Mandhan Yojna, Beti Bachao Beti Padhao Yojna, Hridaya Plan, PM Mudra Yojna. Then we will discuss Ujala Yojna, which is related to LED, affordable LED and appliances. Then Atal Pension Yojna, PM Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojna, Suraksha Bima Yojna, Amrut Plan, it is very important plan, and Digital India Mission. Then Uday is related to Discom sector, Gold Monetization Scheme, Startup India, then Setu Bharatam Yojna. Also, we will cover StandUp India. Now, this StandUp India is for women's and self-help group, SHG, self-help group. Then Atal Bhujal Yojna, Ayushman Bharat, medical sector, related to medical sectors, and then PM Ujjwala plan. Also, we will cover this Umang Prasad, Arogya Setu. It is an app which was launched in 2020 for COVID-19, right? Then we will discuss NMCG for Clean Ganga, then PM Citizen Assistance and Relief in Emergency Situation. So all these are very important, and we are going to cover this in our channel for your 2020 and upcoming exams. So in parallel to this, we will cover rest of international organization as well. Let's start today's topic, Atmanirbhar Abhiyan. Atmanirbhar Bharat. Recently, government announced an economic stimulus package of 20 lakh crore and big bang systematic reform under Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan, which is self-reliant India. So this plan consists of twofold. First one is interim measures such as liquidity infusion and direct cash transfer (DBT) for the poor will work as shock absorbers for those in acute stress due to COVID-19. And second is long-term reform in growth critical sectors like MSME to make the globally competitive and attractive economy. Now, together, both these two may revive our economic activity impacted by COVID-19 pandemic and create new opportunities for growth in sectors like agriculture, micro, small and medium enterprises, that is MSME, power, coal, mining, defense, aviation, etc. However, there are several challenges that are need to be addressed in order to fulfill the vision of this plan. Let's discuss. Here we will discuss impact on primary sector, secondary sector, and tertiary sector. Let's discuss one by one. Uh, in primary sector, the measures announced for agricultural and allied sector are particularly transformative for the reform to amend ECA, APMC market, then contract farming, etc. These reforms are steps towards one market and one nation and one market objective and help India become the food factory of the world. These would finally help in achieving the goal of a self-sustainable rural economy. Also, Manrega infusion of rupees 40,000 crore may help in alleviating the distress of migrants when they return to their villages. But today's news was more than half of the Manrega allocated rupees 40,000 crore already spent, and there are more to do in this sector. Now, we will discuss secondary sector, where given the importance of MSME for Indian economy, the rupees 3 lakh crore collateral free loan facility for all MSMEs under the package will help the finance starved sector and thereby provide a kickstart to the dismal state of economy. So here comes MSME. Now, also, as the MSME sector is second largest employment generating sector in India, this step will help us to sustain the labor intensive industries and thereby helping in leveraging India's comparative advantage. Additionally, limiting imports of weapons and increasing the limit of FDI in defense from 49% in FDI defense from 49% to now 74% will give a much needed boost to the production in the Ordnance Factory Board while reducing India's huge defense import bill. Now comes tertiary sector. The government has adopted a balanced approach in addressing concerns across sector. For example, the newly launched PM e-Vidya, the newly launched PM e-Vidya program for multi-mode access to digital online education provides a uniform learning platform for whole nation, which shall enable schools and universities to stream courses online without further loss of teaching hour. Due to this COVID-19, as we know, schools are closed. Public expenditure on health will be increased by investing in grassroots health institutions and ramping up health and wellness center in rural urban area. So basically this tertiary sector includes this education and deals with health also. Health. So now it's clear. First, primary sector related to our agriculture, related to APMC, contract farming, amendment in ECA, APMC, etc. For one nation, one market objective and help India become the food factory of the world. And another thing is in Manrega, infusion of 40,000 crore for the migrants. Now, in secondary sector, it is all about MSME, 3 lakh crore and collateral free loan provided to MSME for the kickstart to the dismal state of the economy. Also leveraging India's competitive advantage by giving employment the largest employment generating sector it is. Also, FDI in defense from 49 to 74% will give a much needed boost to the production in the ordnance factory board. And in tertiary, it is all about health and online education for children. There are some associated challenges also, like first one is issues related to liquidity, like how this package of a 20 lakh crore will be transferred to the required to the citizens. So like it is big issue as first money will be transmitted by RBI to banks and then from banks to citizen, and these transmissions wouldn't be as smooth owing to inefficient transmission of monetary policy. Second one is lack of demand. The lockdown has lowered aggregate demand and a fiscal stimulus is needed. However, the package, by relying overwhelmingly on credit infusion to boost the economy, has failed to recognize that investment will pick up only when people across income segments have money to spend. Next one is lack of backward and forward linkages. Unless the rest of the domestic economy is revived, MSCME sector may face a shortage of demand and its production may soon sputter to a close. Next one is bargaining fiscal deficit. Government claims that the stimulus package is around 10% of India's GDP. However, financing it would be difficult as the government is worried about containing the fiscal deficit. Difficulty in mobilizing finances. The government seeks a disinvestment to mobilize the finance for a plan. However, the majority of Indian industry are already a bit debt laden to take up the stake in PSUs. Now, further, it is difficult to borrow foreign markets as rupee with respect to dollar is all-time low. So these are some challenges associated with this Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. Now, what steps should be taken to get things in a good way to revive our economy? Here, these three are important steps which must be taken to for our economy. First one is enhancing demand. Here, the best way is to spend on greenfield infrastructure. So there are two types of infrastructure. One is greenfield, another one is brownfield. In greenfield, here investments are done on new startups, new ideas, or new infrastructure technologies. While in brownfield, we work on existing company, existing technology, existing infrastructure. So these are the basic difference between greenfield infrastructure and brownfield infrastructure. Another one is infrastructure spending uniquely creates structures that raise productivity and extend spending power to the section of people the most affected due to this lockdown, due to this COVID-19, and those are wage laborers, the migrant laborers. So we should focus on those people. Next one is mobilizing finance. How to mobilize finance? As we know, India's foreign reserve stand at an all-time high, which could be strategically used to finance its need. The rest may have to come from privatization, taxation, loans, and more international aid. Another third one is holistic reform. Any stimulus package will fail to reflect the trickle-down effect if Then until and unless it is backed by reform in various sectors. Thus, Atmanirbhar plan also encompasses the unfinished agenda of holistic reform, which may include reforms in civil services, education, skill, and labor, etc. As any financial stimulus package will fail to reflect the trickle-down effect unless it is backed by reform in other sectors. So this is very important. Now, let's discuss its conclusion part, which is the economic crisis triggered due to this COVID-19 in 2020 is much like 1991, where we shifted towards LPG, that is liberalization, privatization, and globalization. The post-COVID-19 era may usher in unprecedented opportunities if it provided the implementation deficit in an adequately manner. So it must be addressed correctly. Now, let's have a recap. 5 pillars of self-reliant India is our economy, then infrastructure, then system, that is technology, demography, and demand. This economy, quantum jumps, we need to have quantum jumps, not incremental changes. Infrastructure, one that represents modern India. System is technology driven. Demography, vibrant demography of the largest democracy. Demand, full utilization of power of demand and supply. And this is all about Atmanirbhar package, that is of 20 lakh crore, which is 10% of GDP. And it focuses on L4 principle, that is land, labor, liquidity, and laws, to cater to laborers, middle class, cottage, MSME, industries, among others. Now, bold reforms, supply chain of reform for agriculture, in agriculture sector, tax system, simple and clear laws so as to welcome different companies in our country, which will help in export and import in an easy way, capable of human resource, strong financial system. So these are some bold reforms need of the hour. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching our video. Please do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you.